So, I
Yeah,
don't think we've ever really spoken before. My name is CC, and you are
I'm Rahim.
Rahim. All right.
You can pronounce it however you want, actually. I don't really
Okay.
mind, but
Okay.
yeah.
I'll keep that in mind because in my head I was calling you Rehim.
Yeah, I know many Americans say that. I think Etim is saying Rahim, and that's why I'm kind of saying that now. But
Okay.
yeah, doesn't really matter.
Whichever you prefer. I'll do my best to remember it's Rahim.
Yeah, it's however you want.
All right. Sounds good. So, when did you first start running Fable? Because I don't see you on the leaderboard until like it was
Uh,
early 2019.
yeah, running was actually like, yeah, February, I think, maybe March. I actually got my first like PC in February 2019. Before that, I had a MacBook, which was not very amazing.
Yeah.
So in February, I got a PC, and that's pretty much when I got OBS, Live Split, and everything that allowed for speedruns, basically. So yeah, February 2019. But I was around like a while ago. I mean, a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Because your name is
since
familiar. Weren't you were you watching other speedrunners?
Yeah, I mean, the first I was on KJ's stream since like late 2016,
Yeah.
basically. On Etim's stream too. I was basically watching like every stream during 2017, like anything that was up, I was watching.
Mhm.
So that's when I learned the game. But yeah, I just didn't have the means to really speed run it. I mean, I was playing the game, but I didn't really record anything or didn't have a timer. So yeah.
Okay. Um, but you really took off. Like I swear, in I think there was like a 2 or 3 month period where you went from just having your first time on the board to being like second place with Cannibal. It was I forget what month it was, but it was like July or something.
Yeah, I think I got my first time on the leaderboards in March, and I think I had world record in May.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean I had like I didn't have that much to learn because again I was watching so many streams. I knew the route and
Mhm.
everything. So it was just basically like execution and like actually getting my hands onto the speedrun strats. But I didn't really like started from zero. So I guess that helped a lot. And also I played like a shit ton. I played like, I don't know. At some point, I think like 3 weeks after my first thing, I had like 5 hours a day or something every day.
Oh my gosh.
I would like wake up, play a bit of Fable, then leave, come back home and play Fable, and then go to sleep thinking about Fable, wake up and be like, what can I do in Fable? That was like for like a few weeks, that was like completely just Fable. So I improved a lot in the first few weeks.
Sounds
Um,
like it, man. I mean that's an obsession right there. That's like
yeah,
you're
yeah,
dreaming about Fable. You're like, oh
yeah,
man.
that was definitely I was kind of obsessed. And I mean, it was not just me. I think I had like a really like everyone was just like cheering me up, kind of. So that was
Mhm.
really cool. Like I came in, I had my first times. Everyone was like, "Hey, that's cool." You know, just not just like, "Hey, Pog," and then just you just ignore the dude. It was like, "Hey, you could do that. That's really good," and all that. So I was like, "Hey, I'm part of something. That's cool," and that kept me going a lot. So that was cool.
Yeah, man. The Fable community is a really good group of people.
Yeah,
I've been
they're
following
really
them since, gosh, probably about same as you, 2016, 2017-ish. And
yeah.
yeah, all of them, everyone, because it's such a small community. It's like it's KJ,
Yeah,
Clean, and Edom, and Cannibals more recent.
yeah,
You're more recent, but like there's really like those five. Like y'all are like pretty much in Big Law. I can't forget Big Law.
yeah,
Blasted T
Bigelow.
is there. But there's not a whole lot of y'all. There's not a whole lot of Fable runners. And so I think
Yeah,
whenever they see a new Fable runner, it's like we got to do everything we can to like encourage keeping them here, stuff like
yeah,
that. So
that's
that's something I
dope.
appreciate.
Yeah, we're small enough to be like to actually like share strats. I mean, I guess that I don't really like know how it works in like big speed games, but I guess like games like Super Mario 64, you don't really get like to talk with other runners. whereas we're like 4 or 5 active people, so we just share everything. So that's
Yeah.
really cool.
I think I personally, not having a whole lot of experience in the really big ones, you kind of find little cliques inside, like little smaller groups inside. Like
Yeah.
in SM64, I have a friend named Squidbird who I used to do a podcast with, and he does our music and stuff. But Squidbird does SM64, and he has like a little group, sort of like Punk A has like a group of followers, and like all of Punk A's fans are all friends with each other, and so they share strats and they talk about stuff, and they're like doing races together and stuff. But
Oh,
then
that's
there's like a
cool.
whole other section of like, you know, hundreds of other runners that he doesn't even talk to or interact with, just because it's such a big group that smaller
Yeah.
groups form.
Yeah.
So you kind of get smaller communities within bigger communities, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah. We're just the small community, and there's no like bigger Fable community. It's just just us.
Yeah. So whenever you first started, they had already found out the whole Aeons route, right?
Yeah. I didn't really know about it because I was basically not really following things from like when KJ got his last time, which like is like the 1945, I think. And
Sounds
then
right.
I kind of left, and then I came back in February. So I was like, Aeon's route was new, Hotshot Glitch was new, and I think my first run actually does like the old route, even though Hotshot Glitch was already out.
Mm-hmm.
So I came in and then I just had to learn Hotshot Glitch. I had to learn Aeons. It was not that hard, and I still had like a fresh mindset, so I didn't really have to adapt anything. So it was
Right.
cool.
Okay. What compare it, because you ran the old route at least for a little while, and then you switched to the Aeons route. What do you think are the biggest differences between the two?
I'd say the newer route is just like safer, because you have more damage, which makes you more safe in the arena. Like having Inflame 4 is
Mm-hmm.
just much safer. You one shot almost everything. You don't have to fish anymore for the potion, which is better
Yep.
because fishing is bad. And then Aeons is also amazing because it gives mana regen, which is something you don't really think about, but it actually saves like, I'd say like what, like 30 assassin rush throughout the run,
Oh man.
which is very good. Like in the early game, it's actually amazing. When you just watch the mana bar, I wouldn't say it's like a huge impact, but you can feel it that like when you don't have Aeons, you're like, that's maybe not gonna work, and you use a pot. And when you have Aeons, you're like, that's just gonna work, and it works because you have really good mana regen, and you also have health regen, which sometimes can actually save your run because sometimes you take lethal damage and you regen health when you're falling down, and it can save you. Doesn't happen a lot, but it can happen.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's underrated, but yeah, the idea that like it's constant, like whoop, whoop, whoop,
Yeah,
whoop,
and
give them
also
a
you
little
have
bit, a little bit every
and
time.
also you have an experience upgrade, which helps for
Mm-hmm.
upgrades, obviously. You get more experience from everything.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
And Hotshot Glitch is just having Rush 2 early is amazing because I get to play Rush 1 sometimes because there's like an alternative route to what we do now, which is like right now we're buying Rush 2 after the guild, but you could also take Rush 1 and then buy Rush 3 after Orchid Farm. We don't do this because it's a bit, but sometimes I play Rush 1 and just Rush 1 is like so slow compared to Rush 2. It's amazing.
It's a big power spike.
Yeah,
It's the
having Rush
change.
2 is just, yeah, it's just very good in the early game.
I believe it. So I'm not super familiar with Hotshot. I was following along with the Aeon stuff for a while, but then the Discord kind of got like really busy all the time, and I just ended up muting it because I wasn't running the game and I wasn't really following along too much with
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But so Hotshot Glitch kind of came out at a time when I started kind of not paying too much attention to Fable. So can you tell me some more things about Hotshot Glitch? Like how often do you use it? I know you use it for Rush. I think you also use it for Inflame 4 for Arena.
Yeah, we had like different routes. I'm personally using it 4 times. So
Okay.
the first time is after the guild for early Rush 2. Then I use it twice for the arena, which is on Inflame 4. It's the huge one.
Mhm.
And I also buy Multi-Strike 3, which does more damage on the trolls and the Arachnox. And then I use it a fourth time because you can actually like bypass the alignment requirements and the upgrades menu, and you can buy Berserk 4 after the arena, although you don't have enough evil points. So I'm using it.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's very, very good because you can actually fight Maze with Aeons. Because with Berserk 3, you wouldn't be able to do that. And with Berserk 4, you can actually fight Maze with Aeons and do enough damage. So I use it 4 times. I know Cannibal at some point was like using it like 7 times. He was hotshot glitching everything.
Oh my gosh.
But I don't really do that. And hotshot glitch is a bit weird because if you have a really fast PC, it's actually harder to execute. Because it actually like involves abusing menu lag. So if you have a menu that lags a lot, it's really easy to do it. You don't really have to spam that hard. But Etim, that's got like a very fast PC. He struggles so much to do it. So it's a bit unfair, but that's how it is.
It's pay to lose. It's not pay to win. It's the other way around.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. But okay. I was just thinking that you said you can do Berserk 4. That's such a game changer because normally you have to wait until after the Jack fight to get Berserk 4 for the evil
and
points.
that's actually also a thing that made an entire Aeons run possible, because if we didn't have Berserk 4 early, we'd still need Solus for Maze and other fights before Jack. Also Jack. But since we have Berserk 4 directly after the arena, we can just keep Aeons the entire run and never swap.
That's really awesome. That's that's so sick.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. What are some of the other route differences? Because I noticed in your run, one of the things you did was a lot of in-game time strats, like especially in the frozen wastes and stuff.
Yeah.
Like after what the Prophets of the Fire Heart, whatever you call it. After that section where you go to the northern waste, is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think it's the Northern Waste in English. I couldn't tell you though.
It's okay.
Played the game in French mostly.
That's all good.
But yeah, you can abuse them because sometimes you can just recall, and then when you come back to this area using the guild seal, it puts you near the nearest exit. So you can just bypass landscape. And I think it was Etim that came up with that strat. And at first it was kind of a meme strat because IGT was not really used. So it was kind of a meme thing where, hey, we can just teleport so we don't have to move like in a lazy fashion. But it ended up to actually be faster. And I think it was actually for like some time, it was a fear that some people feared that it would actually like, take over the entire game, and that we would just like recall everywhere because it was faster. But we use it in a few areas, but not every time because it's not worth it.
Yeah, I only noticed it a couple of times in like in that area of the game. I didn't really notice it beforehand. So that's good. It's good that it's a cool strat that you can do, but it's not like the most prominent thing everywhere. Because I think that would be kind of annoying to like lose most of your movement stuff just to using the guild seal all the time.
Yeah, and I know there was actually like a change to the end game timer because the load remover actually like took off more loads back then. So like I think there's on the leaderboards I can check, but there's a run by KJ who's actually got like a 107 with that load remover, which is like fake.
Yeah,
it was
I remember there was a big change where the load remover had to be changed because one of the settings was like it was too much.
Yeah,
they were taking out something else. I think it was like specifically after you activate the guild seal and it's like the sort of like and like you fade away.
Yeah, now it's basically just autosaves, and basically when the game freezes and during the autosaves, you just don't have uh, like in-game time just stops.
Mm-hmm. It's for the best.
Yeah, because teleporting everywhere would be boring. I would do it, but it would be boring.
It's fair. So one of the things I saw was you did a jack shot at the Witchwood Colossus.
Oh yeah, yeah, that one.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I'm kind of proud of it. Actually, it was a strat I came up with. I actually had it in mind for like a long time. I was like, hey, what if we can actually snipe Jack? And I gave it a try like in my very first like weeks, and I couldn't get it. And then after some point, I just like texted Hotshot, and I was like, hey, can you test that? And can you like make it work? And he was like, no, do it yourself. So I did it myself. and I just found a setup for it. It's actually not so hard. It looks dope. But there's a pretty accurate visual clue, so it's actually quite consistent. I mean, it's consistent for me, but yeah, it's not too hard, and it looks super dope.
It does look super dope.
But the only problem with it is that you have to get rid of multi-arrow, because multi-arrow messes with your like arrow, and it doesn't fall down on Jack fast enough.
Yeah.
So you have to get rid of multi-arrow after the Kraken, and then you have to reapply it for the fight. So it loses a bit of time, but overall the trick just saves time.
Yeah, I noticed that you were like spending all your multi-arrows.
Yeah, because normally you'd like keep the last one because it deals so much damage to one-shot Jack. But since we have to do or since I'm doing Jack shot, you just you spend them, and then you shoot Jack from very far away, and then you reapply multi-arrow after shooting him.
Well, that seems like a good trade-off, because doesn't that save like a lot of time? Because you have to go all the way around.
Yeah, depending if you get it first try, and if you reapply multi-arrow fast enough, it can save, I'd say, like 10 seconds, something like that.
Okay.
If you fail it a bit, it's going to be more like 5 seconds, because you have to do the entire setup. You have to roll to the side, get rid of the plants, make sure no enemies are in the way. So if you get like a really fast setup, I guess you could save like 15 seconds, but it seems unlikely.
Okay. Can you not do that on any other stage, or will it just not be as fast?
Actually, you can do that on other stages, not all of them. You can do it in actually right after this one, like in the second area. You have to go through Orchid Farm, and then you enter the bridge thing, and then you can just shoot him from there. But it's kind of slower because it's just basically you just have to rush twice and you're there.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
And then in the next areas, you can actually shoot him, but he kind of just bugs and he starts like rushing around the map, and it doesn't activate him. That's very weird.
That is weird.
We probably have a clip of that, but like you can shoot him, but he just starts like rushing around and he does like loopings and all that. That's very fun. But it doesn't work on every map. Yeah.
Okay. That answers my question. Yeah, because I was like, I wonder whether I don't do it on like the Orchard Farm one, and then I don't know if it would be any faster for the Hob Cave one, but yeah.
Yeah, the Hob Cave one would be faster because it's just you basically don't have to move. You just enter the last area, you get out your bow and you shoot him, but it doesn't work, sadly. If it worked, it would save like a few seconds, but
damn you, Fable. Stable Fable.
Stable Fable indeed.
Okay. Do you have any plans to keep running it, or you just kind of chilling right now, or?
I'm running it a bit, but it's hard to grind because my PB is very good, and
it is very good,
and it's mostly just RNG. I can get a green run before arena. I did it a few times. But the big run killer is just graveyard, because my PB has an amazing graveyard.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
With first try fish, and then amazing RNG, and then I was a minute ahead, and that was amazing. I lost some time in the late game, so that's basically like if I want to PB, I need a very good run, then a very good arena, then I have to be very lucky, and then I have a chance.
Do they have
And
a
then I
chance?
have
Then it has to work. That relies on Necropolis RNG and
yeah,
stuff.
and then there's just Necropolis RNG in the way, and then maybe if I get good RNG, it can be a PB, like a 20-second PB or something. But yeah.
Yeah, your PB was insane. I remember watching it, and you're like a minute ahead, and then
Yeah,
I think even you were freaking out.
yeah. After arena, I was actually freaking out. I was like, "Shit! If I get a bad graveyard, I'm just gonna be like so upset for the rest of my days." But it worked out. Everything was fine. I remember everyone just memeing it, spamming like any percent is dead for a few days. It was fun, but I don't know. I think this run is like it's not the god run. You can beat it, but it's just you need luck and good execution.
All right. Okay. I don't think I have any more questions for you. Anything that you want to mention that I haven't asked about?
I don't know. Uh, I don't know. I just want to give like Cannibal the credit because like actually so many things I do in my runs come from Cannibal because he was the first one to like mess around with hotshot glitch and aeons and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he found so many things, and I just like really I cannot like. I think he had like a one run, like his like I think it was his first 107 run. I probably watched it like I don't know 5 times. I don't know. Cannibal just like he like created me. Nah, joking. But he's like he was like a big influence when I started. He was really I copied pretty much everything he did. So yeah.
Okay. So you just like you studied his run?
Yeah, very
over.
hard. Because he was pretty much the only one running the new routes. Because Clean came back. Then we had this amazing tie with Clean. It was not a tie, but like we were just all three of us. We were like 7 seconds apart from each other.
Right.
But then Clean kind of left, and Cannibal he takes breaks, so he also left, and I was kind of alone. And then I started running alone. Feels bad, but yeah. In the beginning, it was Cannibal a lot that influenced me. And
I'll see if I can't talk to Cannibal. I know he says he doesn't really care for an interview, but
yeah. So if he doesn't do the interview, I give him the credit for everything. Not everything, but yeah, he's a big boy in the Fable community.
That's right. Because I remember watching it initially after KJ left, Clean takes the record back, and then Edom takes the record back, and so it's like Clean and Edom kind of at the top, and then Cannibal had been moving in from like a 112, I think it was, and he was just sort of like slowly moving up, and then pretty soon he had a world record, and then I remember seeing him getting like time after time after time, just like really pushing the record down.
At some point he was like 2 minutes ahead. Like he had like 107.20. And then Clean was like second with a 109.20 or something like that. Or at him, I don't know anymore.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, I guess that confirms my thought that he was an innovator and he was pushing
he found
pushing the game. That's good. I'll see if I can't. If nothing else, I'll at least send him some messages and we'll text chat.
Yeah. Okay.
But okay. All right, Rehim. There we go.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for talking to me. I'm gonna go ahead and end the recording here.
Yeah, no problem.